You cannot connect a low water cutoff, a high water cutoff, and a thermostat in a series loop when wiring a boiler. This is because the low water cutoff and the high water cutoff are safety devices. These safety devices are specifically designed to shut off the boiler if there is a water level issue. The thermostat, however, is a control device. The thermostat is used to turn the boiler on and off depending on the water temperature in the system. If these three devices, the low water cutoff, the high water cutoff, and the thermostat, are connected in a series loop, then if any one of them fails, the entire boiler system will not operate. This is not the desired outcome, particularly for safety devices. The correct and safe way to wire these components, that is the low water cutoff, the high water cutoff, and the thermostat, is to connect them in parallel with each other. Parallel wiring means that each device, the low water cutoff, the high water cutoff, and the thermostat, will have its own separate and independent connection to both the power supply and the boiler itself. By wiring them in parallel, if one of the devices were to fail, the other two devices will continue to function properly. This ensures that the safety devices can still operate to protect the boiler, and the thermostat can still control the boiler when it is safe to do so. To further elaborate on why a series connection is problematic, firstly consider the scenario where the thermostat fails open. If the thermostat fails open in a series circuit, the entire circuit is broken and the boiler will not receive power. While this might seem like a safety feature, it also means the boiler cannot operate even when all safety parameters are normal. Secondly, if either the low water cutoff or the high water cutoff fails open in a series configuration, the boiler will also shut down completely regardless of the actual water level. This creates a nuisance and defeats the purpose of having a thermostat to regulate temperature. Thirdly, if any of the devices fail closed, it could lead to unsafe operating conditions. For example, if the low water cutoff fails closed, the boiler might continue to operate even when the water level is dangerously low, potentially causing damage. By contrast, a parallel connection provides redundancy and ensures that each device operates independently. If the thermostat fails, the safety cutoffs can still shut down the boiler in the event of a low or high water condition. If a low water cutoff fails, the thermostat can still regulate the boiler's operation when the water level is within acceptable limits. This configuration maximizes both safety and operational reliability. In a typical boiler wiring setup, the low water cutoff and high water cutoff are wired in series with the power supply to the boiler's control circuit. This ensures that if either cutoff detects an unsafe condition, it will interrupt the power to the control circuit, shutting down the boiler. The thermostat, on the other hand, is wired in parallel with the control circuit. This allows the thermostat to independently turn the boiler on and off based on the temperature demand. The specific wiring configuration may vary depending on the boiler model and local electrical codes. Always refer to the manufacturer's wiring diagram and consult with a qualified electrician to ensure proper and safe installation. Additional safety considerations when wiring a boiler include, firstly, using appropriately sized wiring for the electrical load. This helps prevent overheating and potential fire hazards. Secondly, ensuring that all connections are secure and properly insulated. Loose connections can cause arcing and electrical faults. Thirdly, grounding the boiler properly to prevent electrical shock hazards. Fourthly, installing a dedicated circuit breaker for the boiler to protect it from overcurrent conditions. Fifthly, labeling all wiring clearly to facilitate future maintenance and troubleshooting. When selecting a thermostat for a boiler, consider the following factors. Firstly, the type of heating system. Boilers can be used in hydronic systems that use water or steam to distribute heat, or in forced air systems that use air ducts. The thermostat should be compatible with a specific type of heating system. Secondly, the desired level of control. Some thermostats offer basic on-off control, while others provide more advanced features such as programmable schedules, remote access, and energy monitoring. Thirdly, the voltage requirements. Boilers typically operate on either 120 volts or 240 volts. The thermostat should be rated for the appropriate voltage. Fourthly, the compatibility with other system components. Ensure that the thermostat is compatible with the boiler's control system and any other connected devices such as zone valves or circulator pumps. When working with electrical wiring, always follow proper safety precautions. Firstly, turn off the power to the circuit before working on any wiring. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electrical shock. Thirdly, wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from debris. Fourthly, never work on electrical wiring when you are wet or standing in water. Fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, consult with a qualified electrician. Understanding the function of each component is crucial for proper boiler operation. The low water cutoff is a safety device that prevents the boiler from operating when the water level is too low. This prevents damage to the boiler and ensures safe operation. The high water cutoff is another safety device that prevents the boiler from operating when the water level is too high. This prevents overpressurization and potential explosions. The thermostat is a control device that regulates the boiler's operation based on the temperature demand. It turns the boiler on when the temperature is too low and off when the temperature is reached. The boiler itself is a device that heats water or steam to provide heat for a building. It typically consists of a combustion chamber, a heat exchanger, and a control system. Regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the safe and efficient operation of a boiler. This includes firstly inspecting the boiler for leaks or corrosion. Secondly, cleaning the burner and heat exchanger. Thirdly, checking the water level and pressure. Fourthly, testing the safety devices. Fifthly, calibrating the thermostat. Following these guidelines will help ensure the safe and reliable operation of the boiler system. Always consult with qualified professionals for installation, maintenance, and repair of boiler systems. They have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the work is done correctly and safely. This is especially important when dealing with gas-fired appliances, as improper installation or maintenance can lead to dangerous situations such as gas leaks or carbon monoxide poisoning. In summary, it is crucial to wire the low water cutoff, high water cutoff, and thermostat correctly for safe and efficient boiler operation. Connecting these devices in parallel ensures that each device functions independently, maximizing both safety and reliability. Always follow manufacturer's instructions and consult with a qualified electrician to ensure proper installation and wiring. By understanding the function of each component and following proper safety precautions, you can ensure the safe and reliable operation of the boiler system. Never compromise on safety when working with electrical and gas-fired appliances. If you are unsure about any aspect of the installation or maintenance, seek professional assistance. The low water cutoff is typically installed in the boiler's water column. It detects the water level and shuts off the boiler if the water level drops below a safe level. This prevents the heating element from overheating and potentially causing damage to the boiler. The high water cutoff is also installed in the boiler's water column. It detects the water level and shuts off the boiler if the water level rises above a safe level. This prevents overpressurization and potential explosions. The thermostat is typically installed in a central location in the building. It senses the temperature and sends a signal to the boiler to turn on or off as needed. This maintains a comfortable temperature in the building. The boiler's control system monitors various parameters such as water level, pressure, and temperature. It also controls the burner and other components to ensure safe and efficient operation. The control system typically includes a circuit board, sensors, and relays. It is important to regularly inspect and maintain the boiler's control system to ensure that it is functioning properly. If you notice any problems with the control system, such as erratic readings or malfunctioning components, consult with a qualified technician. Proper boiler operation is essential for providing reliable heat and hot water. By following these guidelines and seeking professional assistance when needed, you can ensure the safe and efficient operation of the boiler system. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electrical and gas-fired appliances. Never attempt to repair or modify the boiler yourself unless you are a qualified technician. Improper repairs or modifications can lead to dangerous situations. Always consult with a qualified professional for any boiler repairs or modifications. A qualified technician has the knowledge and experience to diagnose and repair boiler problems safely and effectively. They also have access to the necessary tools and equipment to perform the repairs properly. Regular maintenance is also important for preventing boiler problems. Schedule a regular maintenance checkup with a qualified technician to ensure that the boiler is operating safely and efficiently. During the maintenance checkup, the technician will inspect the boiler for leaks, corrosion, and other problems. They will also clean the burner and heat exchanger, check the water level and pressure, and test the safety devices. By following these guidelines and seeking professional assistance when needed, you can ensure the safe and reliable operation of the boiler system.